We all have our personal journey, and it's not easy to summarize an entire year within one video, but I will try my best. So, self-doubt, overthinking, imposter syndrome. I had this period of time full of all those insecurities, and it was the first time it lasted for so long, like several months. Everything seemed to be like a chain reaction at that point. I could track all the events back in time, and I just realized that it started amazing, if you ask me. I focused on my personal project, I made that clear to other people that it was personal, and pushed my design skills to improve my portfolio. I went to show it at Lightbox in LA, and I had an amazing time there. I came back extremely motivated, and I started a daily painting practice. And this new habit lasted for like 3 weeks before I was asked to give a masterclass in Barcelona. It was an introduction to concept art. Again, amazing day with friends over there, but then I came back and I realized I broke my daily painting spree, and this break lasted for a week, then 2 weeks, then 3, and so on. And each week felt more and more painful. I didn't know what was going on. I tried to force it. I tried to come up with something, but it just would not work. I was silently desperate. I was paranoid, thinking I was making a tiny problem into something big. I wasn't accepting the situation at all, so I accepted an unusual commission by the wrong client. After all, I needed the money, and I looked forward to this as an opportunity to get me back on track with painting. He didn't pay after I got the work done. It was so sudden. I really had to go out of my way for this since it wasn't exactly my thing. It was all in vain, because he seemed so happy with the result, yet came up with such excuses afterwards. Anyway, this only made it worse for me and the way I was feeling those days. But I had Hevenurion in my head 24/7. I was not painting, but I was writing quick thoughts and ideas for the story every time I had them. I tried coming up with some pieces again, and perfectionism kicked in. 6 months after, they're still not finished. What the hell is going on? Now we face a global threat and the whole world is in danger. I started to play games with my friends again when we got confined during the pandemic. It didn't last for too long though, the video game stuff, I mean. I got sick of that too after a while. And all I wanted was to live in the world I was creating. So I got this sudden motivation, and I was coming up with such productive sessions of world building out of nowhere. Now that felt amazing. That felt truly good after such a bad start on a new decade. Then my dog got sick and we rushed to the vet clinic to check him up. I was so embarrassed to not be able to pay for those bills. I had to borrow from my family. I stopped doing that since I turned 18, so you understand why it felt so bad. But the economical aspect of this problem was dwarfed by the magnitude of my dog being sick. So yeah, this dark time again. I was absorbed into distractions again. I tried to convince myself that all this entertainment was a source of inspiration for my story, and it really was. I got so inspired by the films and shows I watched. I felt many ideas coming together at that point. Fortunately, my dog got better all of a sudden, and that day was like a spark that ignited my fire again. I finished a freelance job, and I battled my insecurities around another project that was offered to me to work on even earlier when I was on fire with Hevenurion. But the cherry on top of this was to have like-minded friends who aligned with my goals, including social media. So we started a new podcast together on YouTube called Lightshare. Now that's some beautiful metaphor if you ask me, considering I've been through some personal darkness so far. This helped me to overcome so many insecurities, like finishing something and publishing it, no matter how imperfect you think it is. Because that is usually a made-up flaw in your mind, in your own mind. It's like, it is, and it will always be perfect for someone else. Overthinking is a huge final boss for me. I've been dealing with his minions all along, and I guess it's time for me to face the final battle. I can't live like this, constantly worried about what other people might think, or what they would do if I say this or I do that. I'm constantly inhibiting my nature. We should all enjoy the liberating effect of being ourselves, as long as we don't harm others. So, thank you a lot for your support. It means a lot to me. I didn't really know how to talk about this since from the outside it all seems to be going nice and smooth, and I thought of coming up with this to let you know about this little bump in my road, because I haven't been brave enough to share these thoughts when I had them. But being more transparent is definitely something I'm currently focusing on. So I'm still working on it. It's not easy, but yeah, looking forward to share more stuff with you soon, everyone. You are the best. You know I love you all a lot, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, please remember to stay creative, take care of yourselves, and enjoy your time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.